Sure would be nice if I could drive this thing out of the shop instead of push it out of the shop, wouldn't it? Come here, guys, come here, come here. Come on. Don't hate me right now. But the reason the video has been delayed, we haven't drove this thing down the road, is because shit just is not going our way. We have the motor completely disassembled. About to take this 5.3 out of the car because it's not doing it for us. I think it has to do with it being a Gen 3. Let me just back up here. Everything was good. We were riding the gravy train with biscuit wheels, and we were about to start this thing up and go on a first test drive. As a matter of fact, yesterday me and Keaton came here to start the car up and drive it for the first time. Get it all on video, and that was going to be the video that got put out. And I was really excited about it, even though it wasn't running on all cylinders, and we couldn't figure out why, because it has fuel, it has spark, everything's timed correctly. Why is it not running on all cylinders? We don't know. So we get here, and I'm like, we're driving this thing, I don't care. 5 cylinders or not, we're taking it down the road. I'm ready to drive my car. I'm ready to make the video driving my car. And then we didn't get cam sync. For just randomly, cam sync is gone, and the motor doesn't even know where it's at. I tried so many things. I promise you, if you've got a suggestion, I probably already tried it. I've been racking my brain, pulling my hair out, trying to figure this thing out. We're pulling it out because it's a Gen 3 motor, and these cars do not come with a Gen 3 motor. So Pro EFI has been having to send me over different profiles for the C6 tune with C6 CAN data in it, and also with all the Gen 3 stuff like the 24 tooth reluctor and the 1-bar cam. There's a few different things we've been having to do. But now, pulling it out, putting a Gen 4 5.3 in it. We actually got a 5.3 over there. I'm gonna show you in just a second that is built for boost. So many things have been done to it. It's ready to party. It's still stock bottom in 5.3, but it's ready to party. Trust me, I promise. So we're gonna get this thing pulled out of the car, get the other 5.3 put in the car. It is a Gen 4, and it's got the right reluctor, and it's got the right cam gear, and then we're gonna try to do this over again and do it the right way. That way, whenever we slap this massive turbo on this thing, it'll actually be able to take some boost. So everything happens for a reason, guys. Sometimes you just have to be patient and just trust that all the bad stuff that's happening to you is gonna be all right, and it happened for a reason. Just gotta be patient. I might have kicked my car a few times in the past week or so, but know that it's gonna work out in the end. So bear with me. We're gonna get this thing swapped out, hopefully go on the first drive later this week. All right, so this is the magical 5.3. It's got nice head studs, ARPs. That way we got all the clamper force, so we don't lift the head off this thing. We got a few different things done to this motor. This motor is actually completely fresh. It's got new bearings, it's got new cam bearings, rod bearings, crank bearings. It's been honed. Actually, this motor was done by Trey at Modern Airflow Dynamics. Y'all can check out his page, and y'all can go check him out on Instagram. The dude does great work. He's actually built another motor for this car, which is almost done. I just talked to him yesterday. So we got a fresh hone in this block. Everything's been completely cleaned up. I'll rotate this thing over just halfway, that way y'all can see it. All right, so if you look at the bottom here, still stock rod bolt deal, stock crank, but you can see it has main studs. So what these main studs are gonna do is keep this whole motor just put together better in the bottom end. So that is definitely a go-to thing whenever you do these 5.3s and add boost to them. You wanna do main studs, and then you wanna do head studs, and then you wanna gap the rings for boost. And these rings have been gapped for mega boost. What we're gonna do is, we're gonna get this thing slapped in the car since it's a Gen 4, which, oh, by the way, Gen 3 and Gen 4, this is the difference. See this is the reluctor wheel right here. This has 58 teeth on it. That's what Gen 4s have. That's what a Corvette came with. I know we're running standalone Pro EFI, but they're having to make custom tune profiles with Gen 3 parameters, mix in with the C6 CAN data, and it should work, but something's going wrong. I'm tired of fighting it, so this is the alternative. We're gonna get this Gen 4 motor swapped into the vet because this is different. The other one has 24 teeth on it. Also, another thing is, it's a little bit different, is the cam sensor on the Gen 3 is actually back here in this area. So the cam sensor on the Gen 4 is actually located right here on the timing cover. So that's where it's supposed to be. I'm gonna try to get this thing completely buttoned up, put in the car. I've also got a little boost cam.
Little boost cam?
Taylor actually had a boost cam laying around here, and we're gonna get that boost cam swapped in this 5.3. That way this thing will actually spool pretty good whenever we slap the turbo onto it. Make y'all's predictions in the comments right now. Just guess, how much do you think this 5.3 is gonna take horsepower wise before it blows up? I wanna know people's predictions. We are gonna put it on the dyno. We are going to turn it up. It's going to be on M1. It's gonna be on methanol. So let me know how much you think this 5.3 right here is gonna take on M1 on the dyno. 6-speed trans, 9-inch rear end. Let me know what you think in the comments. Another thing about this block, it's kind of sneaky, I didn't tell y'all, it is half filled. So if you look right here, it's got concrete. Check it out right here. I don't know if the camera will focus or not, but inside the block is actually filled with block cement. So it still has water flowing through the coolant passages in the block, but Mainly, the block cement is just to help the strength and integrity of the whole block itself. Whenever things start moving and you start making big power, you start having issues with harmonics and vibrations, and there's so many things whenever it comes to building a motor, and I'm not a complete engine building genius, so I'm not gonna get into that. Basically make myself look like an idiot, but got some trick stuff done to it. They say that it's gonna take some power, take some abuse, so let's get that other one out, put this one in there, see if we can get it started up without some issues. Tell you what, the way we did the radiator and the water line setup is actually really simple. Pretty slick little setup there. So it just goes out from each water port in the block, and then this line hooks up to it, just like so. And then it goes underneath the high ram. It's really nice, gets rid of all those bulky fittings and lines. And I see a lot of people run them and they're just running side to side and it just looks weird. So decided to run under the intake. Also, it makes it really easy to take apart. So. Dude, come look at this. Come look at this. Look underneath there. You see that? That's not oil, my friend. That's water. Can someone please tell me why there's water coming out of my oil pan? Please do elaborate.
You think that's what your problem was?
Dude, look, what? Remember earlier I said everything happens for a reason? Everything happens for a reason. We definitely didn't want a motor that's getting water for whatever reason in the oil pan. I had no idea about the history of this 5.3. I have no clue what's up with it. I don't know. I bought it up from a guy. He was like, yo, here's 5.3. I was like, here's $500. And we went about our day, never tested it, just threw it in the car. This thing actually ran. It was running on 5 cylinders. We did a compression check. It had compression, but obviously something is not right. I have no idea what's going on right now. Don't get me lying to y'all, because I just discovered this. I've been hearing it piss out of the damn, I was just thinking it was oil this whole time. Like, I've been hearing it. I started thinking, I was like, man, that does not sound like oil hitting oil. And I just came in here and looked, and like, it's literally just, it's draining water right now. Guys, I'm sorry these videos are late, but I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't like putting out content, just working on the cars continuously. I like to go do things. I like to be active. This is not like me, just having a car that's just being worked on 24/7. I mean, this is a huge build, but we're nearing the end of it, and I'm like, it's time for me to go do some crazy shit for you guys, get some cool content, driving the car, doing hood rat stuff, breaking records. This is why. Breaking old pan full of water. I don't know what the hell did happen, but it just ain't good, boy. It ain't good at all. But it's all right, because we got a built 5.3 on the engine stand, and it's about to get all the goodies, and then it's about to go in the vet, and then it's about to get all the boost. And we're about to go fast as fleet on a 5.3. Look. I'm running 8s with a 5.3. I don't care. This thing ain't even seen boost. Usually, this only happens whenever you boost the shit out of a motor and you crack the block or lift the head or something like that, and then you get water in your oil. This thing is literally just ran in 8. I don't know why this motor's not working. After it finished taking its piss, we're gonna take it out. Check this out. I just pulled the actual oil plug on this side. Look how milky that looks. See it coming out? Oh, that milky boy. Ugh.
I'll say creamy.
Creamy? Ugh. My tricep look good when I flex like that?
No.
Hey, about time we got this mother fricker out. Well, it's almost out. Look at that. Hey, remember that one time where I leaked Gavin's McLaren on one of my videos and everybody was like, is that a McLaren? And it was still a surprise on It's Just a 6 channel. There's a surprise right there, but you didn't see it, did you? It's cause I'm on my shit these days. I ain't doing none of that clucking up. It was just a mess, and I was like, why me? Why me? I do a collab with a huge YouTuber and a good buddy of mine, and I mess it up. Like, why me? Sorry, Gavin. But I will say, keep an eye on that It's Just a 6 channel, because this surprise right here is bigger than the McLaren. This is gonna break the internet, I promise. And it's right here at Taylor's Insane Turbo Systems. By the way, if you want to check out Taylor's Insane Turbo Systems, which is the shop that we're at now, he's got a ton of baller stuff. Look at this. This is a Chevelle. It's on air ride suspension, 22-inch Forgiatos, Rolls Gold custom. It's got a dark LSX block in it. It makes like 2,000 horsepower. He's almost done with it. And then we got this Turbo GTO, a turbo boat with twin 102mm Pro Mods on it. This guy is always doing some crazy stuff. He's who did all the fab work on the vet, so make sure you guys go give Taylor some love. Check his channel out up there.
It's the other side.
No, you keep telling me it's on the right side.
No, it's that side.
All right, Check his channel out up there. Looking like a busted can of biscuits. Guys, I'm really sorry. The motor in and out. I'm over here pulling pose right now. Motor going in and out of the car, back and forth. Please don't follow my Corvette. Could you like not do that today, please? Oh yeah, drip that juice on my bumper. God, set this thing down. What? Ladies and gentlemen, Taylor thirsty. All right, guys, so we got the motor out of it. We're gonna make this a 2-part video, but before you go, I gotta show you something. This is actually a pretty big deal. So, for those of you guys that have been watching the channel for quite some time now, you know that on the back of that other 5.3 is a slipper clutch. You also know that I invented this thing called the mansbrake, and it's a trans brake for manuals. It allows you to slip your clutch on a release of a button and allows you to basically launch your stick shift car consistently every single time. Works great, but we've got bigger things planned. I've got some new things coming to Next Shift Innovations website. Got some new things coming to the channel. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be fun to follow. Coming out with the mansbrake V2. It is the version 2 of the mansbrake that we have out now. And it's going to make the mansbrake that's out right now look like an idiot made it. And I would be that idiot, yes, I know. But it's gonna be great. Please subscribe and watch the future content because we're gonna be testing out the mansbrake V2 using this here badass Monster triple disc clutch that we got picked up from Monster. So I figured it was only right to do my own testing on the mansbrake version 2 model. And I also feel like it was only right to use a Monster clutch. I had the Monster in the car last year and with the mansbrake, and it performed beautifully over and over and over again. Went back the same exact route again. I haven't even seen it yet. Ooh, I don't even like masks, but that's a dope mask. That's pretty sweet. Monster sends you these masks when you buy a clutch from them, so.
Too bad the pandemic's gonna be before you get your car on the track.
Anyways, ooh, boy, she nice. It came with a lot of goodies. So this is a Monster LT1 RR. This is their triple disc, 2,000 horsepower rated. This clutch is meant to hold all the heat and all the power. The reason we went with this clutch is because it's gonna go through a lot of abuse, even at the sub 2,000 horsepower mark, testing out the mansbrake V2 because I want the mansbrake V2 to go above and beyond what the mansbrake V1 does, and I want it to be just crazy and change the stick shift game forever. So we're gonna be testing it out using this Monster LT1 RR. Make sure you subscribe because there's gonna be a lot of future videos testing out the mansbrake V2 with complete clutch control. With that being said, guys, the next video is going to be awesome. Hopefully we'll have the 5.3 completely in the vet, bolted together, ready to take some boosts. I have this in the car, everything's gonna be functional. We're gonna take it on its first drive. We're gonna turn around, we're gonna come back to Taylor's Insane Turbo Systems, and we're gonna park this mug until he puts a turbo kit on it, and I'm gonna hold his ass hostage until he puts a turbo kit on this car. That way we can make some boost, and we can get to beating up on everybody, including himself with his twin turbo 69 Camaro. After this turbo, everybody gets to smoke, everybody. So until next time, guys, thank you for watching, like and subscribe. Thank you for the support. Thank you for everything. I love you guys. Peace out.